cat's completely gone?
I don't lose anything.
You said you lost a cat, so I'm going to take that as a lost a cat.
It's a figure of speech.
It's not a figure of speech.
I just made it one.
Oh, skinning the cat is a figure of speech.
I don't like skinning anything.
I go figure. What's going on, everybody? Once again, we're back on the mics. I'd
Yes.
say we're running solo dolo on the game, but there's two of us, so we're running duet dolo or something. I don't know the.
That's not a saying.
See, that's not a saying. That much we know. It's the host with the most, Rubizmo the Gizmo, accompanied once again by
PsychoGeno.
You see, I don't know if you want me to say the name or if you want me just to leave it open. So
I will now, moving forward,
right,
be known as PsychoGeno.
So I'm just gonna say introducing PsychoGeno.
If you could roll something in there like PsychoGeno, if you want to roll something, that would be fine. But PsychoGeno works from now on.
We're not rolling anything into anything. We're going straight to
sounds a little cool. I mean,
yeah, maybe it is. Here's what sounds cool to me. Breaking down Week 7 of the NFL. Okay, it's time once again for you to put your money where your mouth is. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you haven't been showing me a lot. I know very little about
football, lies. Sports, lies. Players, lies. Fantasy, lies. What are you about to say?
No, I know very little about betting lines, as well as you do.
What do you mean? It's just what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, no, I'm more sophisticated.
You know what?
I do a pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show him how easy it is because it's just
but you
guessing.
haven't so far.
No. What I mean is I'm going to say the teams, the matchups.
Okay, you're going to guess the
you
score.
will guess the spreads.
Well, I'm going to make sure I keep these written down because as the worm turns, that's a saying, we're going to see the football performances change. And so, without further ado, let's get into Week 7. I want to go ahead and hear your take on the Thursday night game.
Whoa. Is there a standings? Can I know? Can the people be reminded where I am as far as picks?
Currently, you're leading.
Versus you?
Yes. Both in just a money line and in the point spread.
Can we hear definitive answers?
It picks, it's 7-8.
7-8. No. 8-7, PsychoGeno winning.
Yeah, and money line last week 9-3.
By money line, you mean point spread.
Point spread. See, that's how little I know. All I know is
you were
what
about
I see
to
on
correct
TV.
yourself. You were about to correct yourself.
I watch the games. I know who the better team is. I select them to win. That's why I took the Jets to beat the Cowboys last week. That's why I took the Cardinals to beat the Bengals a week before that.
Chalk.
I'm out here throwing big haymakers. Okay, you're just going Patriots. You're out there just yelling out the Niners. Anyone could do that.
I yelled easy. Cardinals. That was not chalk.
It was kind of chalky.
I yelled Raiders would take down the Bears 2 weeks ago. That was not chalk.
That wasn't chalk. That was a ridiculous pick, and it paid off for you. Let's see if you can do it again.
So the point spread is guessing point spreads is what?
You are currently leading. You won 9-3 last week.
9 wins to your 3 losses.
No, to my 3 wins. To
your 3 wins. Yeah. So within a week of how many games? 13 games?
I think it was 14.
14 games. I had 9 correct. You had 3 correct.
We both did well in certain respects. Here's what I know. Again, you're dwelling on the past so strong.
The people need to know.
The people need. I said you were winning. That you are currently winning. And we haven't even added in week 1, which would certainly change the way the standings look.
It would not look well.
You won week 1, but the spread, as I learned, is different. So that's what I'm really counting here.
Okay. Count both. We're counting both.
We're counting both.
Okay.
I want you to count the game on Thursday because we're not in time to give a preview of that, which we rarely do. What's your take on the Chiefs and the Broncos game? How that went down?
Mahomes, man, that's sad. That's my biggest take. Everything else was just trash. I mean, Tyreek did his thing, but Mahomes going down on a QB sneak of all things.
Should they run the QB sneak? That's the controversy.
Yes, it worked.
I agree. Him getting hurt is a freak play.
It's a part of football.
If he's that tender, don't be out there. If you're out there, I'm running plays for you.
I'm a little surprised the kneecap got dislocated.
Yeah, it's a situation. Now, the fact that I called and nicknamed him Crybaby Mahomes had nothing to do with his emotional status as a crybaby. Like, I don't know whether he actually cries about things. And I don't, Aaron, don't put up a picture of him laying on the field crying at this point, okay? Don't do that.
Perfect timing. Aaron, you're doing a great job.
You are doing good. Last week was better. Even on some of the ones where you had to do hard cuts and reshoots and retake, it was smooth. It was real smooth. But don't put up a picture of Crybaby Mahomes laying on the field with his hands on his face right here.
You should know because you You put that hex on him.
I put the hex in the sense of he cries for calls, like he thinks he deserves calls. You know, when Brady has somebody come close to him, clearly I have more power than I knew, and I need to specify more.
You need to spread that power to other areas.
Obviously, this was just a bad situation. You hate to see somebody that talented fall. You hate to see somebody that good, get taken off the field. He says it's not a big deal. Well, we'll see if it's a big deal.
All say.
Yeah, they all say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not giving anybody false hope. This is the biggest deal ever if it happens to me. There's no deal bigger than this if my kneecap dislocated.
So you would then be crybaby Rubizmo.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So when you say crybaby Mahomes, it's actually a compliment.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because, again, he's begging for calls that he hasn't earned. Right,
a crybaby manner.
And a crybaby, always looking, always complaining, always squinting his eyes as he probably raises his weird voice a few pitches, a few octanes or something higher than he needs to. And it's too. You're not Brady, you're not Breeze, you're not Rodgers. Shut up, play.
But he's an MVP.
Yeah, so was Cam Newton. And what did they do the next year? Targeted his face with their helmets. The Broncos came out game 1 and were just decapitating Cam, and the referees were like, "Yeah."
I like that game. That was a good opening game for Week 1.
It was a good opening game.
Too bad Gano couldn't finish it off.
Typical. That's why he's gone. The boy Sly is playing well.
He just hurt.
Wally pipped. He's gone. No way he's getting that job back. The guy is great. So Broncos team, are they dead to you? Is this team just done?
No, Courtland Sutton looks like that dude.
He does.
He looks like that dude.
He absolutely does. And it's sickening because I didn't believe in him. I honestly didn't believe in him. I was like, no, he's just a Bronco.
No, he's good. He's good. And Emmanuel's good, too.
They're not using Emmanuel. I'm hearing reports they might trade him.
Yeah.
That might have been his last home game.
Aw.
So it'd be nice to see where he goes.
Is this going to be his third or second team?
This will be third team, right? Pittsburgh, Denver, 1 ring in Denver. And then he'll move on. He's playing well coming off the Achilles, but he's on a losing team. So I'm sure there's other people. He'll look great in a Patriot jersey.
He would.
Yeah, right. And it wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that. Because any good player looks good in a Patriot jersey, I suppose. When I think about Joe Flacco, I think immediately about January Joe.
You think about Joe?
If he can get to January, he'll be great. The problem is he can't get to January. So January Joe doesn't show up.
He did.
Yeah. And he won a Super Bowl.
No, the Ravens made the playoffs last year.
No. That's not January Joe. January Joe is Joe showing up and balling out. January Joe is.
You mean that 11, 1 year?
I could have said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. He's living off that reputation.
Wow. You know what? Let's just move on.
You know, I'm perfect segue. Aaron Rodgers is right on the block. The first game out of the block here. Raiders Packers. Dun dun dun.
Where?
You want to give a spread?
Where is it?
In Green Bay.
Go Pack Go.
Yep.
Raiders are coming off of a bye.
Mm-hmm.
I will guess, Vegas would say Packers minus. No, actually, the receiving cores are bad. Minus 3.5.
The receiving cores are bad. They got the Lizard King. Your boy Lazard is coming out.
He ain't my boy. My boy is on the sideline.
Oh, mine too. Gosh, I need him in fantasy right now.
Yeah, I can use Devontae. Devontae, heal up.
Please. You said 3.5?
Yeah.
4.5 Packers.
Really?
Yeah.
4.5?
Who do you like to win this game?
I like the Packers.
I like the Packers too. That was easy. Now, are you taking them to cover the 4.5 is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Wait. Raiders coming off of a bye week. Darren Waller might be a little bit dinged up. They want to run the ball. I'm not sure about Tyrell Williams. No.
You don't think they cover?
No. Because I picked 3.5, and that's 4.5. Let's go 3.5. So Raiders cover.
All right. I love the Packers to cover this game. I think they're going to play well and play pretty easily. In fact, I think that the Raiders are trash. They're running out of players at this point.
Quit calling people trash, man.
I said this last time, and they beat the Bears.
Yeah, you think the Niners are trash, too.
You know what? The Packers are not the Bears. The Bears are not the Packers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't take opponents lightly. I'm expecting them to come out and play well. I know he doesn't have all his weapons. He has Jamal Williams. He has Aaron Jones, for what that's worth. Still has Jimmy Graham. Well, the corpse of Jimmy Graham. And Lazard, he said a lot of good things about him. 6'5", 240, whatever he is. He's a big boy.
Is that even impressive?
I think that's pretty impressive. I wish I was 6'5". That's my dream height.
All right, let's play a game.
Yeah.
Name the top 5 best receivers in football right now.
DeAndre Hopkins.
1.
Julio Jones.
2.
Odell Beckham.
3.
Do you think Keenan Allen is one of them?
It's your opinion.
Do you think Chris Cooper Kupp is on?
Name your top 5 receivers in the league right now.
Can I count Antonio Brown?
No.
That sucks. I would say Devontae Adams is probably one of them. I still like Mike Evans.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
So you said Julio,
DeAndre Hopkins.
D-Hop.
Yeah. Mike Evans.
Devontae Adams. Mike Evans and
Odell.
Odell.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is 6'5".
Yeah.
And that's it.
He plays like it too.
D-Hop is like 6'1".
D-Hop is 6'1"?
6'1", maybe 6'2", maybe. Odell Beckham Jr. is 5'10". Julio 6'2". Who else did you name?
I said Odell.
Yeah, Odell. I got
Devontae Adams.
6 foot. Like none of these guys are 6'5" is what I'm saying. Why does it matter that he's 6 foot? Other than Mike Evans, so why does it matter that he's 6'5"? Why does that matter?
Do you think he's talented?
He's okay.
I mean,
he's talented. He made it to the NFL. Of course, he's talented.
No. In the echelon of NFL receivers, is he one of the more talented ones?
Who?
Lazard.
This dude is only playing because literally the first 3 receivers on the roster are hurt.
Yeah, they're all gone.
So no, if he's not that good, he would have been
point.
playing better than Geronimo and MVS and Devontae.
That's my point. Antonio Brown is amazing. He's like 5'10".
Yeah.
Odell 5'11". Amazing.
Yeah.
If you're taller, you don't need to be talented. Just lob it up to him. And Aaron Rodgers is good enough to lob it in.
Your question to me was, you're like, he's talented, he's 6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'5". He's a big body.
It doesn't mean anything to me.
It means something to me because now I can just throw it up to him. I don't need him running beautiful routes.
Why isn't a league full of 6'5" receivers that are really good?
It's good when you have Aaron Rodgers lacing that ball to you.
Why isn't the league full of 6'5" guys that are really good?
There aren't a lot of them.
Because it don't matter.
He made it.
Who?
Lazard.
Yeah, but he's not a star in this league.
Over under 10 fantasy points this week.
Over under 10?
Yeah.
You're going with 10?
I'm asking you. Do you think he goes over 10 against the Raiders? He's a bum. I see. If every team had an Aaron Rodgers, you'd have a bunch of 6'5". It naturally would select that way.
I never said that man was a bum.
You said he's not good.
I never said that. I said the 6'5" matter.
So again, we'll give. If I told you he went 7 for 80 this week,
I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that he catches a touchdown.
Yeah. So
over. That's very good.
Over.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You also like the Raiders to take that.
To cover.
To cover, yes.
Yeah, to cover.
Game 2, one that I'm interested in seeing a lot.
You pick Pack?
Yeah, Pack. Easy. Go, Pack, go. This is easy,
look at
baby.
you with the fight songs.
Yeah. Washington invites the San Francisco 49ers into town. I'm excited for this game, and I'll tell you why. 2 words. F1. Terry McLaurin.
Did you hear he doesn't like being called Scary Terry?
I heard that there was a report. I didn't actually read the article, but I'm glad he doesn't because I don't like the Scary Terry name either.
Why?
It belongs to Terry Rozier. Like, he had it first for Boston, and he's trash with us. You can't just take that.
I think of, what's the show?
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I think of F1 McLaurin. I like that better. You don't have a lot of McLaren last names.
If you're talking about for fantasy purposes, I'm happy for Terry. If we're talking about the spread, I think that the Redskins are. Oh, actually, they're probably minus a lot. I want to say minus 9.5.
10.5.
10.5. I'm off by 1 again.
Hey, that's how Vegas builds casinos. So you obviously at this point, then you want the Niners to win, the Redskins to cover. If I'm reading you right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you see. I go with what I think.
Anything exciting coming out of the 49er camp that we need to know about? Am I starting every running back in fantasy? Am I starting?
I don't know about
Dante
Mustard,
Pettis?
but Pettis maybe. Sure. What about you? What are you doing?
I like. I've doubted the Niners the entire season.
Yes, you have.
They haven't played anybody the whole season.
Like it matters.
They're going on the road. I will take them to beat Washington because I don't think Washington is great.
Mm-hmm.
And they're down some players. I'm going to take San Francisco to win the game. But
what are you doing? What are you about to do? Are you following my lead?
No, I'm thinking hard on the San Francisco to cover as well. The problem is I like McLaurin. So I feel like
one guy.
It's all it takes is one play. You've seen Tyreek Hill. I'm not saying he's
Tyreek
Hill.
If they go up which I thought you were going to mention Tyreek when I gave you your top 5 options. I was being silent. I thought you were going to say Tyreek Hill. What?
No, he's developing, but I don't know if he's there yet. Like the other guys are better. Keenan Allen I might lean to as well ahead of Tyreek.
Are you serious?
I might, yeah. Tyreek is very good. There's a lot of talented players. That's not an insult to be number 8. It's
8? I said I was naming top 5.
I know.
What?
I'm saying if Tyreek's the 8th best receiver in football, that's really good. Is he the best route runner? I don't know. Like, is he the most sharp? I don't know because he's just faster than everyone. So even if he's sloppy, he's there before you. You know what I mean? He's a very good receiver. I like him a lot. I'm happy for him.
All right.
I'm thinking about trading him in fantasy because I don't know about Matt Moore. But
are we in this league together?
No, we're not in this league together. I was trying to get rid of him at this point. But, oh, no, we are in this league together. Maybe we will make him a deal. You know what? I'm going to stick with Washington. I'm going to trust. This one's not following you.
Stick with Washington.
Yeah,
you did follow my lead.
I did follow your lead in this one, but I'm doing it for a different reason.
You're picking first next time.
I'll pick first. I have no problem. Anything exciting coming out of Redskins camp? You starting Adrian Peterson?
No.
Not at all, even though Chris Thompson's out this game.
Uh-huh.
So you think the Niner defense is that good?
I think he has a hard time getting it going. Yeah.
Niner defense, the number one defense this week? Over Buffalo, over New England?
I need to hear all the matchups.
You don't want to jump ahead of it.
No.
Game 3, Arizona against the Giants. I was going to let you jump the spread.
No, where?
Oh, in New York. Sorry.
In New York.
In New York.
The Cardinals are going. Ooh, that's right. Evan Ingram's back. And most importantly, Saquon is back.
Hit the Quan.
Well, I think the Giants are probably favored by 3.5.
Favored by 3. You're getting closer.
I'm not off by much.
I like the Giants to win. I like the Giants to cover. I don't need to think too hard about this one. With the return to Saquon, that's huge. Evan Ingram's going to be tremendous. The Cardinals can't guard tight ends. We already know that. I thought Sterling Shepard was going to play coming into this week. Turns out, no, not playing at all. So that's a little bit of a downgrade. But Golden Tate proved to be pretty good last week. Good hands, good speed still. I like the Giants to play. And Danny, I don't want to call him Danny Dimes. I'm going to call him DJ Jones. He's played well. He's done a good job playing quarterback. It's hard to take on the Patriots, but if you erase that from your memory, he's played well since he's come in. I like the Giants to get this job done. Where were you?
What did I say?
Well, at this point, you've had what, Giants 2.5 or 3.5?
I said 3.5. What is it?
It's 3. So you taking Giants and Cardinals?
Exactly.
Terrible.
But I'm not lying. I'm saying what I think first. So Giants win, Cardinals cover.
How do the Cardinals keep it close?
Kyler Murray.
And a dinged up David Johnson?
I don't care about DJ. He's just running routes out there.
Wow. Don't care about DJ.
Nope.
I'm not certain if Christian Kirk is even in this game. I think he actually might be out this week too. Are you catching passes?
Me?
Are you going to go out there and catch passes from Kyler? He's not throwing for many touchdowns at all. He's just throwing for a lot of yards.
He gets touchdowns this week.
He gets touchdowns this week.
He had a touch. He threw one to DJ last week.
Yeah, and you just insulted DJ for just running routes, right?
My point is, they don't really need to run the ball. They just need a guy who can run from the backfield and catch the ball.
Yeah, Kirk's a game time decision right now. Well, I like the Giants to win. I'm pulling for them. I want good things to happen for the Giants because I think they're a nice little up-and-coming team. I'm annoyed that they got rid of Odell. It really does annoy me a lot, but they're playing well. Imagine this team if it still had Odell on it.
Same thing.
Better team.
Same thing.
Unbelievable. Game next. Minnesota at Detroit.
All right, so Minnesota, a rival.
Division rivalry. Big game.
Detroit minus 2.5.
Detroit plus 2.5.
Plus
2.5. Let's hit the bells. It's time to bet everything on Detroit. You like Detroit?
Hold on now. I'm not saying all of that, but I mean, that's a little shocking. But I will take Detroit to cover and win.
Detroit to cover and to win. So you think the hot streak from Kirk Cousins is nothing? You saw him throw all those bombs to Stephon Diggs.
It's a streak. He's a streaky guy. That's what happens.
We're in the middle of the streak. You don't think that means anything?
Nope.
Big mistake. You got.
By the way.
Well, you said Detroit to win?
Yeah.
No, I got Minnesota winning.
Both to cover and win?
I got Minnesota covering. This is easy. This is where we break up. This is where
Adam Thielen week, by the way.
It might be an Adam Thielen week.
Based on the trend, remember?
Yeah. Based on the trend, it's going to be an Adam Thielen week. But at the same time, Stephon Diggs is still playing well. He's still playing strong. I'm looking for great things to happen. I think the Vikings are in the middle of a hot streak. I don't think Detroit, after that loss last week when they were robbed, quote unquote, by the officials from all the hands to the face penalties, emotionally ravaged. I think their season is done.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Are the Vikings better than the Packers?
At full strength?
Sure. Both teams full strength.
No.
Are the Vikings better than the Chiefs?
At full strength?
Yes.
No.
The Lions have lost.
Hold on.
Are the Vikings better than the Chiefs full strength?
I saw the Chiefs at full strength on defense get mauled by Marlon Mack in that running game. I'm thinking that the Vikings and Dalvin Cook, who want to run the ball because they don't want Kirk Cousins throwing anyway, might beat the Chiefs. Their defense has got to be better than the Colts defense. You know what? Vikings better than the Chiefs.
Okay, but they're not better than the Packers. And the Lions just played the Packers tough.
Mm-hmm.
They just played the Chiefs tough.
Lost, yeah.
Why would they not play the Vikings tough?
They will, and they will lose all those just the same. Lost. That's what they do. It's a real tough team. Do they give out tough rings? Because they get a lot of tough rings.
They do not.
That's exactly right. Vikings, start all your Vikings. Your Lions, I'm starting Galladay. I'm starting Kerryon Johnson.
Do you start Stephon Diggs? Maybe bench him.
No, you can't bench him after a game like that, especially after he just killed you on your bench, because there's no way people were confidently playing Stephon Diggs
if they were
last
listening,
week.
when I said to start the man, they started him.
If they were listening.
And this week, I'm saying flex him. Don't look for a big week.
I think he'll have a good week. He dropped a lot of passes last week for sure, but it was a great week last week.
What's a good week?
I think a good week. PPR, 15 points.
Standard.
8. Right around. That's about where I expect. I don't think Detroit's defense is amazing. So we'll see. Again, start Kerryon, start Kenny G, who'll have some smooth routes out there.
So smooth.
I'm not certain what to do with Marvin Jones. There have been a lot of close plays with him. If you're desperate, I don't think it's a terrible option, because I don't think the Vikings defense is that great anymore. It used to be, skull defense, and it was just smothering, and it just isn't that anymore. They're a little lesser than they used to be. So I'm not going to factor that in. Next game, Houston at Indianapolis, division matchup.
Ooh,
this is a good one. I really like this one.
Vegas. See, I'm torn of what I think and what Vegas thinks sometimes. Last time I just said what I thought. I didn't really think about what Vegas was going to say.
Right.
But I think the Texans are probably favored by 1.5, 2.
1. Texans favored by 1 on the road.
Colts win. Colts cover.
Wow. How do they win?
They just do it.
I like Houston to win. I told you going into the season.
I like Houston too.
That Deshaun Watson was the MVP. They should be 5-1. That raggedy defense let Drew Brees.
Do they give out rings for should-be's?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of. They should have won week 1, though. He played well enough to. They've played well all along. I think this is a huge game, no doubt, but I think this might be a division clinching game this early in the season. I think that's how big it's 4-2 Texans taking on the 3-2 Colts. This is a division clinching game for the Houston Texans right here, right now, on the road in Indy. I think the Colts are a nice team, but I don't think they're going to have nearly enough to stop what Deshaun Watson's bringing. You remember when Vince Young took on USC and the
I don't watch college football.
That was a championship game. It was a big deal. Greatest game in a long time. That lived
what?
up to lived up to the hype.
What?
Yeah, at that time. At that time. It's
At-
still a historically great game. I still
that
love
time.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you know how you build up teams and games and they can't quite live up. That lived up to and was amazing. And Vince Young was just running all over the Trojan defense, my beloved Trojan defense, and there seemed to be no answer. I could see this being that kind of game. I wouldn't be shocked to see Deshaun Watson come out with like 80 yards rushing. And I know the Colts defense is good, but I just feel like this might be a big game. I don't trust Will Fuller. His hands are suspect. I like DeAndre Hopkins. He might have a big game himself, especially after the ESPN expose story. Did you get a chance to see any of that about how his mother has never seen him play because she's blind after a woman threw acid in her face when he was like 10?
I saw the picture. I knew it was sad, so I steered away from it.
I did want to be part of that.
No, I didn't. But
yeah, rough.
But
So
I'm having second thoughts. I just envision Will Fuller actually bringing down a touchdown this week. This may be a shootout. Never mind. Let's go.
And I'll tell you who will play well.
Who?
T.Y. Hilton
T.Y.
owns the Houston Texans. I mean, he literally owns them. And I only know this because it feels like every single year in fantasy, when he's playing against the Texans, I'm playing the person who has him. And for some reason, it's usually on a Thursday night. Normally I get hit on Thursday, and he goes for like 220 and 3. And it's the most frustrating thing. It is a trend that I personally have paid attention to. He kills the Texans. So at home, I wouldn't be surprised if he kills the Texans again. Their defense isn't tremendous, but I don't think ittle be enough. I think
so. In a way, he owns you.
In a way, well, I didn't say I lost those matchups.
Oh, okay.
But Houston Texans are a good team. I think they're playing well. I think they win the division, to be honest. I'm just going to go all the way there. And this is where it starts.
Moving forward, we will no longer refer to T.Y. Hilton as T.Y. We will refer to him as his mama named him.
We're going to call him Eugene?
Eugene.
Awful.
What?
Awful. I like Houston to win. Give me those points.
Yeah. We're not. At least it's not like last time where everything was lining up and then like.
Well, we've already got some.
Yeah.
It's a good thing because last time it was terrible.
It went well for me. I won again.
Yeah, well,
you know what? This is looking like I may lose this week.
Do you want to change something?
No.
Oh, okay. You have plenty of time to change. The games haven't been played. You see the brilliance in my picks and the logic in my decision.
Yeah,
you're starting to resonate with
it.
I mean, I took the Houston. They're getting points. That's pretty important. So, next game, Rams-Falcons. Oh, my goodness.
You go first. Oh, wait, the spread.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's say the Rams are favored by 4.5.
Favored by 3. So, this game is the most frustrating thing, and I'm glad it's coming on the heels of the Texans because I've got Jared Goff and Deshaun Watson in a league, and I'm torn. I feel like I have to start Goff because Atlanta's defense is atrocious. It could be the worst defense in football. The only thing as bad as their defense is their offensive line, which can't block anybody, which is why Matt Ryan has to throw for 5,000 yards because they can't run whatsoever. I wouldn't be shocked. They give up a ton of points, and they can't run, so Matt Ryan's amazing this year. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a complete shootout. The question is, can the Rams O-line block anyone? Well, you know what? They can't. But thankfully, no one's going to be rushing. So,
what do you mean? They have Vic Beasley unless he's hurt.
He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing at all. He's old, past his prime. He ain't hit nobody all year.
Vic Beasley is not old.
You always want to throw out Vic Beasley when it comes to
He
Falcons.
led the league in sacks.
It means nothing to me. Could he do something this year? Because that defense is atrocious. It is atrocious. You know it. I know it. What is that team? 1-6? I mean, they're 1-5. They're awful this year. I think this is a shootout. I'm trusting that my personal and our local Los Angeles Rams show up in a dome. I'm taking the Rams to win, and I'm covering the points too. I got the Rams winning and the points. Jared Goff, this is it. This is they have declared a challenge on the title of king, and if King Goffrey doesn't show up and show out, we may have to dethrone him. We may have to dethrone. He will just become Mr. Jared Goff.
Who is this we? And I ain't never referring him to Mr. He's a boy to me. He's a young man.
Lots of people. So many people.
Man.
So many people have called him.
I'm picking the Rams to win, Falcons to cover.
Man, can you give me a score prediction? Are you looking for like a 42-40?
33-31 or 30, yeah.
Yeah, 33-31. Fantasy, Rams, who are you starting? Who are you confident throwing out there right now?
Goff,
all right.
Gurley, Woods,
You're
Kupp.
confident throwing Gurley out?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, if you have him, I guess you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
I guess you have to, but or trade him.
And as far as the Dirty Birds,
I didn't hear you say Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, I didn't.
Is that intentional? This isn't the comeback game?
That was intentional.
Man.
I don't like Cooks.
I know, but who's guarding him? The Falcons have no defense.
Desmond Trufant.
Gerald Everett? Can he get a tight end love?
Maybe.
Falcons,
you start Hooper. You start Ryan. You start Julio. And have Ridley. Start them all.
Ridley, Sanu, Freeman.
Start them all.
I feel like start everybody everywhere. I expect a lot of points in this game. It's got an over-under of 54, which I believe is the highest game of the week. So
I think the Rams get a turnover, a pick six or something like that.
I'd love to see something like that. Man, just one time. Corey Littleton from the Rams out of San Diego. San Diego, stand up. Next game, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. Going to Marvin Lewis's old stomping grounds there and hoping the Bengals can hold on. You want to put the spread out? Minshew Mania
Jacksonville.
coming to town. Yeah, see, like I just mentioned Minshew. and he just had to take a breath.
No, because the Jags will be favored, but they are visiting Cincinnati. So I'm thinking, how much do they favor them on the road?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with 5.5.
4.5 Jaguars.
Man, I wanted
5.5 on the road for the Jags?
I know, that's crazy.
How bad do you think the Bengals are?
I know. That's why I think the Bengals cover, Jags win.
Evidently that bad.
Jags win, Bengals cover.
You know, I liked this matchup for the Jaguars when I knew Jalen Ramsey would be out there.
LA, baby.
When I thought he would be out there.
Oh, bad back.
Yeah, his back. When his back was, I thought it would get right just in time for this week. It looks like it did. His back got healthy just in time. It's a shame they traded him.
We gave up a lot, by the way.
It's a win now league for them. They've got a talented team that's missing some pieces. They lost Aqib Talib. They wanted to get rid of Peters, who you didn't care for.
Nope.
And they picked up Jalen Ramsey.
You know who I think the Rams, or not who, but what they really need? A linebacker. A middle linebacker. I miss those elite Brian Urlacher type linebackers. Yes, you can say Luke Kuechly.
Khalil Mack-esque?
No. He's a pass rusher.
Yeah, so is Von Miller, but I mean, they're backers too.
They're not.
Those are not solid positions. The defensive ends now I can't tell if they're running a 3-4 and they're just the outside backers or if they're an official defensive end. I don't care what the position says. He's a linebacker to me. Mack's a linebacker to me.
The way I separate it,
right?
I say pass rusher. We
Fair
don't
enough.
need a pass rusher. We have Donald. We have Dante Fowler.
Do you have Donald? Where's he been? I saw him swarming my boy Russell Wilson and not making the plays. But where's he been the last few weeks?
Jimmy
GQ didn't get touched.
Look, we need a middle linebacker. Luke Kuechly, Leonard. I think his name Darius Leonard for the Colts.
Yeah.
We need I'll take a Miles Jack. We need Deion Jones. We need an elite middle linebacker. That's what we need.
I feel like you need a lineman, offensive. Someone's got to keep the king upright. The offensive line is falling apart for the Rams, and that's slowing down their offense. And that's really what the face of. They also need Gurley healthy. Let's be honest. Gurley's not who he was last year.
Henderson's the future.
The future is bleak. It is not.
We'll see this week.
Jaguars, I like Minshew Mania. I like Jacksonville, and I just don't like Cincinnati. But I don't like to let my heart get in the way of my picks sometimes.
You should not.
I'm going to take the Jaguars. Man, this is a tough one for me. This is really tough. Because I can see Cincinnati catching a bomb over the top once or twice to Tyler Boyd or just...
John Ross.
He's on IR, right?
He is.
I think John Ross is on IR. Yeah.
So what's the other guy's name? Tate,
yeah, Alden Tate. Yeah, John Ross is on IR. I'm going to take the Jaguars and trust Minshew Mania to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to take Cincy on the points.
Okay.
I can see them keeping it just close enough to annoy me.
I see you starting to see the difference now.
Slightly. I'm starting to catch on to your trends.
It's not a trend. It's just...
I told you, give me 3 or 4 weeks. I'm probably be nailing like 13 out of 16 games. I'm not concerned about that.
Okay.
Jaguars, you starting DJ Charknado?
Yes.
You starting D.D. Westbrook?
King DDD?
Yes, King DDD. Leonard Fournette?
No, by the way, I'm not starting DD.
Oh, okay. Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, you start. Do you finally start and believe in Fournette?
I will start this week, and I will believe in. And I'll tell you what I truly believe in.
About time.
I'll tell you what I believe in about Leonard Fournette. His pass catching. He's catching 4 to 6 passes a week.
Mm-hmm.
This is not common.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't caught 4 to 6 anything except colds in elementary school a year.
Some people actually improve and grow as players.
I don't know how much improvement or growth he's done. I think there's improvement in growth by the coaching staff to trust him to toss the ball. Remember how they used to say Adrian Peterson can't catch?
Yeah.
And I was like, you could throw. If I saw him in the park tossing a football back, he can catch.
He can catch.
Like all the athletes can catch. They just choose not to throw it to him. Like, is he running routes? Maybe not, but he can catch.
But that's what they mean.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Like, you can check down to him and go.
Not everyone's CMC.
Unfortunately not. Is he the best running back in football?
Yeah.
You want to say, you certain?
He's the MVP candidate, yeah. This year, now.
He's a better running back than Saquon Barkley.
He is the best running back in football right now, yes.
Wow.
That was the question.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Saquon's healthy right now.
6 weeks from now, if Saquon goes off, you ask me that question, I might say, oh, no.
No. You have a team.
What?
The draft is up.
What?
The NFL draft is happening right now, 101. You're telling me Christian McCaffrey is going to get taken before Saquon by you.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. This dude is an MVP candidate right now.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Saquon's not playing well when he's been on the field.
He's hurt.
He's not hurt. He's healthy.
He's been hurt.
He was healthy last week. They just didn't want to put that out there against the Patriots.
Come on, man. I said CMC. Come on.
Next game, Miami going to Buffalo.
So Buffalo was probably favored by, let's say, 8.5.
Close. 17. Everyone, you get your wallets out once again.
Are you serious?
17. Good gracious. Holy cow.
Dolphins cover.
Can Buffalo
Dolphins cover. I'm beating the table. I could be wrong. How I feel right now?
I'm 100% with you on this one, and I like Buffalo a lot. Can they score 17? For sure. For sure, 100%.
They think Fitzpatrick is going to throw a pick six, and he might.
He might.
You start Devontae Parker. I'm starting him.
I'm not starting anybody on Miami's team. If I'm desperate, I'll take the 0.
I'm desperate. Devontae, get out there.
I guess. They have someone else. It's like a Preston, right? Isn't there a different Dolphin receiver that's actually been doing a really good job recently?
I don't know.
It's the Dolphins.
I don't know. It's a dumpster fire. I can only follow so much.
Preston Williams. That's his name. Preston Williams. I want nothing. I like Buffalo to win. I assume you like Buffalo to win. And as I say that Miami's going to cover easy 17 because I don't know if Buffalo can score that. I can see Buffalo running all over them and passing, doing everything. I can see Buffalo dominating, but I can also see Fitzmagic throwing up a couple bombs and keeping it close late.
Exactly.
That's
late.
frustrating.
I'm only thinking fourth quarter. That is literally all I'm thinking about. Fourth quarter, the Bills are up. They're playing that soft defense, and they're letting them come up.
I agree. All right. We're on the same page. Also, the last week.
Wait.
Buffalo to win, Miami to cover. Yeah, that was it. You were so off on that one. So right now,
what do you mean I was off? What are you talking about? What did I say?
You said like Buffalo by like 8.
Oh my God, 17?
Yeah. Your 2 locks of the week then are Detroit
getting
2,
and nothing is a lock.
Buffalo,
nothing is
Miami
a lock.
getting 17. Are you starting all your Bills?
What Bills?
I'm loving Josh Allen this week. I have him starting in 2 different leagues.
You own Bills?
I own Bills. I tried to trade to get Frank Gore. I have a Devin Singletary going off this week. I think they're going to do anything they want. I got John Brown going off in the league this week. I like the Buffalo Bills. Actually, that's it. Josh Allen is a solid option. I give him a top 8 quarterback this week. I like Frank Gore. I like Devin Singletary. I like Singletary more. He's healthy.
I bet he's not top 8. Top 9 or worse. Just make a wager.
Yeah, got that. Josh Allen, top 8.
Outside of top 8.
All right, Allen, 8. Perfect. I like all the Buffalo Bills. That's an easy one. Josh Allen's going to run for 1,000. He'll pass for 2 touchdowns. This is an easy one. Very few turnovers. But your Dolphins, you don't have Dolphins. Who cares? This is a game. This is the kind of
Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
I told you start him last week.
You know what this kind of game is? This is the kind of game that happens, and on another station, you're going to have an amazing like Falcons-Rams game going on. Mm-hmm. But Red Zone's going to keep coming back to Dolphins-Bills because Fitzpatrick just crossed the 50. And I'm going to be like, who gives 2 drops about the Dolphins' offense right now if you don't get back to the
Fantasy cares.
The fantasy barely cares. Speaking of barely caring, here come the San Diego Chargers.
San Diego Chargers?
Yep. They took that logo and that aura with them. They clearly are still the San Diego Chargers playing out of Los Angeles. Heading to Tennessee. And I just want to say for the record, teams that need to quit, Chargers. They need to give it up. I'm done with these bums. If it wasn't for the fact they're going into Tennessee, where they're playing against perhaps my most hated quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. Absolutely can't stand him. I think he's a terrible guy, terrible leader of men. Shouldn't be in the NFL.
You know who the worst quarterback in the NFL is.
I know who you think the worst quarterback you think the worst quarterback in the NFL is Jameis Winston. You're wrong.
How can you not be the worst with 5 or 6 turnovers last week?
Have you seen Josh
Answer
Rosen?
My question.
Have you seen Josh Rosen?
Rosen hasn't even had a game like that.
400 yards passing?
Do you remember that game where that guy came against the Chargers 2 years ago? I forgot his name. He's playing for the Raiders right now as a backup quarterback. And he threw like 3 pick six or something like that.
Oh, yeah, from Buffalo. Doug Peterman. Peterman.
Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan
Peterman.
Yeah.
hasn't even had a game like Jameis.
He had like 5 picks against the Chargers. That was terrible.
And 2 fumbles and 1 fumble loss? No.
And he also didn't do anything positive. Let that sink in. Jameis had them in this game. He had him in this game.
He gave it away.
Yeah, but then he almost got it back into it.
But he gave it away.
He threw for 400 yards and a couple tuds. That's good enough for me.
Garbage, bro.
Josh Allen, Josh Rosen is about to lead 2 separate teams to the number 1 overall pick.
Rosen ain't playing.
I know. That's how bad he is. He got benched for Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic is better.
Marcus Mariota just got benched for Ryan Tannehill.
I don't understand that.
I understand it. Mariota's not a winner.
Neither is Winston. Sit Winston down.
For who?
I don't know. Exactly. I don't know who the Bucks have. Sign somebody.
That's my point. I'm sorry, we got distracted. Chargers going to Tennessee. I like the Chargers to win this game strictly on the guts of Phillip Rivers. I'm sorry, you got to give your spread. I jumped the gun.
Let's go with the Chargers minus 1.5, 2
plus 2. Chargers getting 2 points.
Titans are favored. Tighten up.
Time to tighten up. I like the Chargers to win. I like the Chargers to cover, obviously.
Yeah, so do
I. Same thing. Yeah. You're not worried about Derrick Henry because that's the only thing that scares me is he gets rolling and Chargers quit early. No Derwin James, best safety in the league. I declared it before the draft that the Chargers would pick him, and it worked out exactly like that.
Are you done tooting your horn?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Chargers win. I think the Chargers cover. I'm not worried about D. Henry.
Fantasy-wise, Charger players, what are you doing with the running backs?
I don't think I have anyone.
Are you starting them both with confidence?
No.
Are you starting one of them with confidence?
No.
I am absolutely starting one of them with confidence, and I will let you know after the game which one that was that you should have started. Keenan Allen is starting to make me nervous.
Whoa. You can't be that way. You got to tell them before the game. What do you mean?
I don't know who it's going to be. I'll let you know when the game's over. If you have a Charger running back, what are you going to do? Like, you've been holding on to Melvin Gordon this whole time. Start him. Throw him out there. If there's a 1st and goal from the 3, you know Melvin's going to be the one to get the carry. You expect he's been squeaky wheeling.
I don't know. They like Austin. You know what? They should feed Austin because Austin's been loyal.
Austin has been loyal to his money. They're paying Austin his fair market value. Which, if they paid Melvin, he'd be loyal too. They also like Tyrod, Wildcats at the goal line as well. Melvin was squeaking about wanting more carries. He's been talking about wanting more work. And I expect him to get it. I wouldn't be surprised if he looked at 20 carries this week, like just one after another, which opens up the play action. But I'll give you a number. If Melvin gives me 70 on the ground and a touchdown, I'd call it a good week, plus whatever catches he gets. I think he reestablishes himself as that guy for the Chargers. Tennessee side, I'm not starting anybody. I guess you start Derrick Henry and then no one else. That's it.
I concur.
I am interested. That being said, I said it so cavalier. I am interested in the Tennessee receivers.
Huh?
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
You know how when Ryan Fitzpatrick goes to a team, he's not going to win any games, but he slings the rock?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a chance Tannehill comes in. He knows it's not his team per se. Mariota is so risk-averse and so scared to throw. The receivers haven't been good. Corey Davis was a top, 6th pick in the draft?
He was a top pick, and then you got
A.J. Brown,
a
really good player. Delaney Walker is a solid tight end. Old, but solid.
So you think Ryan?
I think there
has swag like Ryan pitched Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic.
I would never suggest Ryan Tannehill has any kind of swag. But I will say this: if you're in a desperate situation, I wouldn't mind taking a shot.
How desperate? 16-team league?
No. You're a 12-team league, and you've got players on a bye. The Charger defense is trash. It's garbage. They can absolutely get torched.
You don't think Danny Dimes is out there as a free agent?
No. I'm not saying start Tannehill. Oh, no.
What are you saying?
I'm talking about the receiving core. I apologize to the listeners. I would never suggest start. If you ever hear me suggest start Ryan Tannehill, call the cops because I must have been kidnapped. No, I'm saying looking at Corey Davis, if he gets the number 1 matchup from the Chargers, I can see A.J. Brown having a good week. Like we saw what he's able to do when he gets the ball. Mariota's just unable to get him the ball. I would not be shy. I would be shy to start him. He's a flex at best. Normally, you don't touch any of them. I'm not shocked if A.J. Brown. I think a Tennessee Titan wide receiver might end up being a top 24 receiver this week.
Yeah. You went top 24. I'm not going to bet you anything.
Okay, well, it's a solid spot. 24. That's a wide receiver too. I just don't know who. Chargers are that bad, and I wish they would lose so I could bury them more. But I think they win this game.
I'm going to be honest. I think the Chargers show up this game, and they win by like 10.
It wouldn't surprise me, just to keep the fans close. 4 games left. Next one up. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, this is a good one. Baltimore Ravens are taking a trip to Seattle to visit the best quarterback in football for the past couple years, and the Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks -3.
Seahawks -3, right on the number. You cannot push. What do you like in this game?
You go first.
I like Seattle. Who do I like in this game? I like Seattle to win. I like Seattle to cover. I know their secondary is struggling. In fact, it's been pretty poor. But I don't think that the Ravens that we saw early against Miami and Arizona is the legitimate Raven team. Lamar Jackson has been struggling outside of running the ball on the ground recently. I don't know if Hollywood Brown is actually going to even play this week. I think that Russell Wilson has been tremendous. I think he's been absolutely spectacular. And despite the fact that I suggested Deshaun Watson would be MVP this year coming into the season, and he's proven to be just that. He's number 2 in my votes. Russell Wilson's number 1.
Yeah, because CMC's number 1.
You know what I think about Russell Wilson. You know what I think about his overall ability. He's playing absolutely fantastic football right now, and they're a very good team. They're a very good team right now with him at the helm. I don't think talent-wise, I think he guts them to victory. I like them to win. The only thing that makes me nervous, Earl Thomas's first game back. Earl Thomas coming back to Seattle to see the 12th man. I don't think he's that good anymore. He's not that Legion of Boom Earl Thomas good.
No.
But Toby Keith. No, I think it is.
The country singer?
Yeah, Toby. Or am I thinking of Garth Brooks? What am I thinking of?
I don't know. Well, why do you decide that? I actually agree with you. I think Seattle wins. I think Seattle covers this matchup, the spread. I think Lamar is being more exposed as the season moves along. And before the year, I was not believing the hype, the talk about Lamar being a better passer. And then week 1, Miami made him look like the next coming in this league. But personally, I think Seattle, they expose him. And
yeah, I think so as well. Toby Keith wasn't the name I was thinking of. As Good As I Once was a song. And the line goes, I may not be good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. And that's what kind of makes me nervous about Earl Thomas.
I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good as I once was as I ever was?
Yeah, I'm as good once as I ever was. I don't have it all.
How do you know that song?
Because I love country music.
You love country music?
Because I'm a red-blooded American. That's right. So that could be the case with Earl Thomas. That could be the case. Do you know how when you show up on the basketball court some days...
You talking about me?
Yeah, well, I'm using you as an example. Some days you just don't have it.
No.
Or you have a fighter in the ring, and they're not nearly the fighter they were.
Yeah, it's never me.
For one time, and for one night only, they could bring it. They can bring it. I can't go week in and week out like I used to, fight in and fight out, but I'm as good one time as I ever was. That's what we're talking about, Earl Thomas. And there's a chance that the emotion of this game is enough to make him play great. It makes me nervous. Russell might throw his first pick.
Who sings that?
Toby Keith.
Okay, so why did you doubt yourself?
Because as soon as I said Toby Keith, I started thinking Garth Brooks as well in my head. I was like, no way it's Garth Brooks, but I didn't want to lead the listeners astray.
I'm not as good as I once was.
Yeah, but I'm as good once as I ever. Yeah, there it is. There, that's for the people. That's free for the people.
I don't love country, but I do know that song.
Wait, I apologize. I missed who you had this. Seattle winning and covering.
Yep.
All right, following my lead at this point. It seems like.
Myself.
Yeah. Next game.
My thoughts.
Snoresville. New Orleans Saints headed to Chicago.
It's never Snoresville. You got who dat involved?
The question, who dat isn't right, because who dat team on the field? Saints don't have a starting quarterback in Drew Brees. They don't have Alvin Kamara anymore. He's been ruled out.
Yeah.
Who else is there? They don't have Jared Cook.
You have Michael Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Thomas isn't good.
He's an incredible receiver.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
How are they going to get to him?
Who?
What? How are they going to throw the ball to Michael Thomas?
Teddy is he's gonna drop back, and
Teddy
Thomas is gonna slant in, and he's gonna throw a slant.
So that vaunted Bear defense, is just gonna get shredded by one guy.
No, but he's gonna get some catches, completions.
I don't like this game. I think it's a boring game. I think.
Why don't you like this game?
Do you like the Bears offense?
Where's this game at?
The game is in Chicago. It's got the lowest over/under of the week. Apparently Vegas feels how I feel.
Okay, so Chicago's favored by what, 2.5?
Chicago's favored by 4. So there's that. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater's been winning games in Drew Brees' stead. I think that comes to an end here. So, I mean, I don't know what to make of this game. I think that the Saints will get mauled. And I thought the same thing about the Raiders and the Bears got shredded. I can't imagine the Bears letting one receiver beat them that much.
So my logic of saying 2.5 would make me say Bears win and Saints cover.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Right.
Bears win, Bears cover coming off the bye.
I think exact same thing. I think they're refreshed. I think they're annoyed that they gave up that W to
the
Oakland.
Raiders, which I predicted.
And I think the Saints are due for a loss. They're going outdoors. They're just I don't believe in the game. Saints I'm starting. I'm obviously starting Michael Thomas. Latavius Murray.
What about Zach Zinner?
Nope. The former Detroit Lion who I almost lost a fantasy title to on a Monday night game against the Cowboys. No,
Zach Zinner 2 years ago. Yeah, fantasy playoff.
Yeah.
Like end of the season,
Yeah.
he was good.
He was annoyingly good.
He was good.
I know that because I had Stafford as my quarterback because I knew Detroit's roster deep. It's just, I think that, I got nothing. I got nothing for the Saints. Bears, I don't want to start a Bear. You starting any Bears? You trust in Tariq Cohen, David Montgomery? The Saints' defense has been good.
I kind of want to start Montgomery. I don't know why. I think he gets into the end zone.
Wow. Allen Robinson?
Who?
Allen Robinson?
Who?
Exactly. Duh, Bears. I like them to put this team away. Don't put that on my TV screen. Please, I'm begging, don't put that on my TV screen.
Why watch all the games at once?
Unbelievable. The Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Sunday night football on NBC, sung by my girl, Carrie Underwood.
Our girl.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Head to Dallas to take on them Cowboys.
Damn boys.
How about them Cowboys? What a game. I'm excited for this one.
We them boys. Where's it at?
In Dallas.
Dallas, my man. You get that now with Chris Tucker saying Dallas Corbin. Dallas, my man. No, you don't.
I know them. I get the Fifth Element reference, but it's not good enough to to quote.
I think the Cowboys are favored by maybe 2.5.
Cowboys favored by 2.5.
Yeah.
You're right on the money with that one.
Yeah.
You like the Cowboys to win then?
Nope.
Oh.
I hate the Cowboys. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Eagles.
On your way to victory.
This is a huge game for both teams. This is a gut check game. 3-3 division on the line. Although maybe the Giants steal the division. This is a nothing burger game. But
what?
No, we'll see. Last time there was a gut check moment for the Philadelphia Eagles, it also came on the road a couple weeks ago, going to Lambeau Field, taking on the Packers.
Thursday night.
They showed up.
Yeah.
They showed up and played well.
Yeah.
Though some could say they should have lost at the end of the game if they ran the ball, the Packers, instead of throwing the pick at the end zone.
I don't know why they threw it.
Right. So as much as that gut check performance being great was, they should have lost.
Yeah. Wait, no. Because they would have gotten the ball back maybe, and then...
I don't think it happened. I think it was basically game over at that point.
Game over, man.
Yeah.
I see D-Jax, if he's healthy, catching the ball and walking backwards into the end zone. Kind of like your boy Golden Tate.
He did that before. He actually dropped the ball one time, headed into the end zone in Dallas.
He threw it.
Yeah, before he...
I remember yelling, saying... you ever watch the show Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
Remember when Ren would yell at Stimpy, you idiot?
Yeah.
Like, Stimpy, you idiot. Like, that was me with D-Jax. Like,
right.
You idiot.
I saw it when it happened, and no one said anything on the TV. I was like, I'm pretty sure he dropped that before the ball.
We should have been in the same room. We would have been yelling, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He's out this game. So he's got the abdomen injury.
He may come back.
I'm hearing he's ruled out for week 7.
He's ruled out?
He's officially ruled out.
Do I want to stay with the Eagles now? Because they don't have that prime time player.
What are you talking about? They have Nelson Aguilar. Remember he almost caught that touchdown in Atlanta?
His hands are for decoration. We all know that.
You still flying Eagles fly? You got Carson Wentz?
Yeah, but this
lifetime?
is an emotional game now because I hate the Cowboys that much.
Mm.
So, yeah, fly Eagles fly. I could be wrong. I'm fine with it.
I actually have nothing against the Dallas Cowboys whatsoever. They've never annoyed me.
Come on now. The fans don't annoy you?
Never. They're a loyal fan base. So I'm admirable.
Maybe this is. Remember when you were talking about how you're not used to a strong fan base.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what this is about because you're not used to a loyal fan base, and you look at the Cowboys fans. No, this doesn't make any sense because when I said that the Steelers were being loyal fans and they took over the stadium, you said you were disgusted by it. Why doesn't the Cowboy fans disgust you?
Because they're playing at home. So I'm looking at the Eagles, and I think this is it. I don't think they win this game. I think they should have lost against Green Bay. I think the Eagles are teetering on a razor blade's edge between being a disaster this year and being, contenders. And there's just something missing from that team. There's a dominant running game missing. They're missing a dominant receiver. I don't count Alshon Jeffrey necessarily as a dominant receiver. There's a little bit of Wentz magic that's not quite there. And the Cowboys look good. I don't care what they lost these last couple of games. I think the Cowboys look good. I think they get back to the ground and pound.
How do you look good when you lose to the Jets who haven't even won yet?
Well, whoa. The Jets got back their Aaron Rodgers. The Jets got back Darnold Schwarzenegger. And I told you they would take care of business. That's not an embarrassing loss at all. That's not a bad loss at all. If they'd used Zeke a little more, maybe it would have worked instead of throwing a 2-point conversion to Witten.
What's up with you thinking that Zeke is the savior?
I think Zeke is a very good running back. He's a top 5 back in the league. And they have a quote-unquote one of the best lines. I know the tackle's out. They have one of the best lines. They should be abusing Zeke more. Dak Prescott's not that guy. They keep wanting him to be. The thing that makes me nervous, though, is Amari Cooper.
He's gone, right?
That's the thing that's got me kind of on. He's a game-time decision last time I saw. But we'll see. I'm here. I mean, there's Aaron, do we have a late-breaking drop or anything like that? Because that's what we'd like. It looks like they are on track to play.
Who?
Amari Cooper.
Amari,
Randall Cobb, Tyron Smith, all expected to play for Sunday night. They're getting back everyone healthy. Oh, I like the Cowboys. I like them. How about them Cowboys? I take the Cowboys to win this game. I take the Cowboys to cover as long as they see to it that Zeke is constantly and thoroughly involved. He's in great shape after being in Mexico. Some people would call him Cabo fit. And he's looking better and better every week. He's running hard. He's chewing up yardage. Don't turn away from him.
Do you think Dalvin Cook is better than Ezekiel Elliott?
At what?
Running?
No.
CMC? Dope. You're about to make me drop an F-bomb. Are you serious right now?
Yeah. I think Ezekiel Elliott. Have you forgotten Ezekiel Elliott at Ohio State running all over people?
I ain't forget anything.
Have you forgotten Ezekiel Elliott coming out and running for like 1,500 yards? The guy is a monster, and he's so great that we take it for granted.
Oh my! Over under for Zeke. What is it? What do you think he's going to have rushing yards?
The Eagles' defense is supposed to be good.
No, it's not.
It's supposed to be good.
No, it's not.
They paid a lot of guys a lot of money.
Their D-line is good.
I was like, their D-line, they were supposed to have 13 defensive linemen. They were just going to keep switching and switching and switching. That was the plan. But they haven't shown up. I like the Zeke total yards, scrimmage yards. Are we going scrimmage?
You throw a number, and I will probably disagree with you.
120 scrimmage yards.
Total scrimmage.
Yeah.
I do see a scream busting out for about 40.
I know you do. I know you do see a screen busting for 40. That's my point. He's a very good. He's the most talented player on their team.
What?
Ezekiel Elliott's the most talented player on the Dallas Cowboy team.
I do like Zeke. I think you just talked too highly about him. Let's go with the under.
Yeah, big mistake. Once again.
You keep saying big mistake, and yet I keep winning all these things.
You know what? You're just betting again. It's like the person who bets against the table on the craps board.
Quit saying silly things.
You don't think Zeke gets 120?
I just said under.
Unbelievable. Well, yeah, I like the Cowboys to win. Over under 49, so I expect them to get the job done. It's about a 27-24 game, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Monday night game, the nightcap, the dessert.
Is it gross?
No, it's not gross at all. I like the Monday night game this week, unfortunately, because I don't like ESPN to get anything good.
Don't worry, ESPN. I still like you.
New England, your Super Bowl champions are headed.
The world champions. They are the world champions.
They're headed to New Jersey to take on Darnold Schwarzenegger, Le'Veon Bell, and the resurgent New York Jets.
Patriots -2.5.
Patriots -10. There it is. There's your third game. You like the Jets to cover. I swear this game was like 14.
That is
disrespect. I swear it was yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that. No, it was actually no. It was 9.5. I think it's gone the other way.
Jets to cover for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win?
Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Come back to me.
Okay. Before we even get that far, Cowboys Eagles fantasy that goes without saying, right? Starting Zeke.
Yeah, you start Zeke. You start Cooper if he's playing.
Right. Witten. Yeah, it says enough. Yeah, you're trying not to. Eagles. We're starting Wentz. We're starting Alshon. Both running backs because Miles Sanders has been active on the passing game.
You see what happens. Don't expect A whole lot. Only one of them goes off, not both.
Yeah.
Just know that going in.
All right, fair enough. And Zach Ertz, of course.
Yeah, as of late, I wouldn't.
A little disappointing.
The problem is, it's probably either Ertz is going to go off and the running backs don't, or the running backs go off and Ertz doesn't do anything.
Well, you can't pick your players after the fact. You gotta make that.
You could play best ball.
Yeah, it sucks. That's a coward's game. All right, back to the Patriots. So while you're figuring things out, I like the Jets to cover, obviously. And you're talking to the man who picked the Jets to beat the Cowboys last week in the face of everyone.
Wait, I thought I did too.
No, you didn't take them.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. You did. You didn't take them.
And I picked the Cowboys to cover.
Hold on.
I nailed it.
Hold on. No, you didn't. You picked the Cowboys to win and the Jets to cover.
Oh, okay.
You missed it as you hammer yourself.
Can we go back and
Aaron, make sure you make a note on that. Let's just at the 1 hour mark.
Let's go back
Perfect.
and edit that.
I nailed it. Taking the Jets to win this game. I'm taking the Jets to win this game. How? How can I take the Jets to win this game? Because I'll tell you, what the Patriots haven't done, I'm giving them that San Francisco treatment. They haven't faced a high-caliber team yet. They faced a lot of subpar players. This will be the best team that the Patriots have faced.
And that ain't much.
I don't care if they took on the Buffalo Bills, who should have had them beat. They should have had them beat until the Patriot defender targeted Josh Allen's face when he led it with his helmet right into him on that game-winning drive.
He's an idiot.
He was trying to get down. He had gotten the first, trying to get down, and the Patriot guy's like, I'm going to take this 15 yards and knock the guy out.
Yeah, protect yourself.
And they won. And they won because of that, because Matt Barkley couldn't get oh my goodness. Forget it. I think this is the best team they've played. I think their Jets are going to be riled up for this game. I like the Jets to win. I don't know if I'm convincing you or myself on this one.
You actually sold me.
Le'Veon Bell's great. They slowed him down last time they played. Again, the Patriots have played this Jet team without their captain. When you get back the guy, and if I think Aaron Rodgers, if I think Sam Darnold is that guy, if I think this is the year he's taking the leap to become a top 7 caliber quarterback, you got to win games like this at home. Big game, big moment, Monday night, book it. Put the Jets in there. I got him once again. I don't think I've picked the Jets to lose a game this year, all on the back of Le'Veon Bell. This time I'm putting it on Sam Darnold. Donald Schwarzenegger, get to the end zone.
You know what? After all of that, you just convinced me, man. You did a really good job. Thanks. I know what I'm going to do now.
Right.
I'm picking the Patriots.
Big mistake. Again, when you just go chalk.
I'm not going chalk. Everything you said, I just heard Bill Belichick in my head laughing. Not a really loud laugh, just real subtle.
Did you see the Patriots last week?
Huh?
Did you see the Patriot game last week?
I saw that they beat somebody.
Because the Patriots were garbage.
Who'd they beat?
It was a Thursday night game. They beat up on the Giants.
Oh, right. No, you know what? That game was terrible.
Yeah, but here's what you noticed in that game. Late in the game, Brady was flinching a lot in the pocket. Guys were running near him, and he was ducking like they were right on him.
Can you name Jets pass rushers?
Can't. Isn't Quinnen Williams one of them?
I don't know. You don't get to ask me.
Either
you know or you don't know.
No one's.
I'm not assisting you.
I said no one's checking the Jets' defensive roster. The way they're getting eaten up out there, it's ridiculous.
Maybe you should check it.
Don't need to. I checked this quarterback. Who is it?
Tom Brady.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Thomas Brady.
Yeah, no, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I think the game of the week's Cowboys-Eagles. My personal call for the week again is the Jets over Patriots, and I'm nervous about it. I'm not gonna sit up and lie to the people and be like, "Oh, this is an easy lock steady." This is gonna be a tricky game, and I'm hoping that it works out right.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Time will tell more than anything, and unfortunately, I think that if the Jets lose, people are gonna look at this as just another loss for the Jets. Oh, it's just typical Jets. Jets gonna jet, and it's unfair because Sam hasn't had 2 shots at him. And unless he gets 2 shots at the Patriots, it really shouldn't count against him as losing. This is his first chance to really
take him out. It's a team. They're not saying Sam Darnold lost. They're saying Jets.
But it feels like they're going to try to blame Darnold. I can see it coming already, and I want to already block that off.
Yeah, because he's probably going to throw a pick 6.
Oh, good. Please don't. Anything else you want to add before you bounce out of this thing?
Maybe you finally get a dub. I don't know if you can.
It looks good this week.
It always looks good until it starts.
I might put the parlay down.
You ain't about that life. PsychoGeno.
We out.